You're tuned to Backstage with the Queensland Choir. I'm your host, James Haywood. Every 2 years, we invite guests from Brisbane's singing community to join us in a performance of Handel's Messiah. And I'm fortunate enough to be joined by one of our guest choristers this evening, Duncan. Thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, tell us, I'm always curious to know about people's singing journey. So when did you first discover that you could sing?
In the bath. I'm reliably informed by my sister,
Yep.
who reminds me every time she visits, that it wasn't so much, she's a musically sensitive soul, and so it was quite offensive to her ears at the time.
Yeah.
And it is one of those unfortunate things, not so much the hits of the 70s, as just assault with grievous auditory harm. And so she felt it as her as older sister to a tonally challenged younger brother to give me unwanted criticism. And so that's where it started. Mind you, to be fair, I did have water in my ears most of the time.
And did you sing in school choirs? And
We were fortunate we grew up with Kenneth McKellar,
oh, wow.
the Scottish tenor. We kept him in a cabinet under the record player. And I did 6 years in the school choir, and I suppose that could be typified as the descent of man. I started off 2.5 years as a soprano, 1 term as an alto, before I was more tenorized, and still had further to descend, as it turned out.
Sounds like you had a similar journey to myself.
Yes, indeed. And it was one of those things, as then as now, I'm numbered among the basses with our great heads and great lungs and even greater appreciation of how everything rests on this.
Well, and a rich resonance as well.
The resonance is wonderful. And that's one of those delightful things about having an auditorium such as this. I haven't had much practice in large auditoriums, but when at the end of 2020, we had this wonderful thing where the factory I worked in closed down, and it was about 100 meters long, and it was just open. And for the first time in like 60 years, a great silence had descended on the place, with all the machines fell silent. And I decided to fill that void with a song. I chose John Newton's famous hymn. And there were some people who were listening who said that they'd never heard anything like it.
Now, how much practice have you had singing Handel's Messiah? Have you sung the work before?
Yes, once before. It started about 15 years ago. I had an opportunity to sing the chorus as a part of a 30 voices choir from scratch, essentially. And it gave me a desire to want to do the whole thing. And I had been looking around for about 10 years. I'd been working in the evenings, so choirs are out of it. But I then had this opportunity, and I thought, this is perfect. And it was sort of like it became a life goal. And because it's one of those really good goals, because you can essentially keep scoring, if you don't mind the musical reference.
And is there a favorite chorus?
A favorite chorus is very difficult. It is, after all, Messiah with so many in there. I think my favorite is actually not a chorus, but the Pastoral Symphony.
Oh, yes.
It's the instrumental, and it's just a quiet, serene thing in the middle. It's sort of like a glass of cool water in between the courses of a banquet. And it is so many good things in there. Such magnificence in it that I would come back every time I can.
I think you've done a good job of encouraging people to come and hear it.
Oh, wonderful. Come.
If you would like to come hear us sing Handel's Messiah, simply head to our website. You'll find all the details. Our concert takes place in Brisbane City Hall at 3 p.m. on Sunday, the 8th of December. The website to head to is queenslandchoir.com.